Welcome to the Divine Radiance Project with your host, Stacey Turner, and co-host, Emma McDonald, where we share all about reclaiming your radiance as women in business, holistic health, money, mindset, and juggling it all around mum life. A place for women to learn about financial independence, entrepreneurship, and balance. From women who aren't scared to speak their mind and their truth. It's time to shine your brightest self and be the lighthouse. Welcome back, Radiant Souls. I'm Stacey Turner, your host on the Divine Radiance Project, coming to you solo for episode 2. Welcome to episode 2. Today, we are going to embark on a transformative journey centered around a crucial theme: mindset matters. Join me today as we delve into the profound impact of mindset on every facet of our lives. This episode is your invitation to understand, cultivate, and master the power of your mindset for more radiant living, so that we can help you to embrace your luminosity. The first, profound exploration that we're going to go through into the heart of mindset matters is unveiling your power within. Your mindset is essentially the silent architect of your reality, and it acts as a lens through which you perceive and interact with the world around you. It's more than just a random collection of thoughts. It's actually a force that is going to shape your entire experience. So to understand this on a deeper level, we want to peer into the intricate world of neuroscience. The brain, with its complex network of neurons, forms neural pathways that actually govern our thoughts and our actions. They control all of these things. So think of these pathways as the roads in a city, and they shape the flow or direct the flow of information. Now, our mindset is like the urban planner, right? The city planner, determining the direction and the structure of these pathways. And these can be changed. We can rewire our brains and lay down new neural pathways as we learn new information, as we reframe our thoughts. So let's think a little bit more about the science behind mindset and discover that our beliefs play an extremely pivotal role in the formation and reinforcement of these neural pathways. The thoughts that we are repeatedly engaging in or thinking of are what become ingrained. And that shapes not only your perceptions, but also your behaviors. It's a really fascinating dance between the conscious part of your brain and the subconscious part of your brain, where the power of your mindset actually influences every step of your journey. So, why does this matter? Well, because it's the foundation of living your best life, living your most radiant life. When you recognize the power within, the first step towards reclaiming your radiance is something that you have complete control over. How empowering is that, right? It's about acknowledging that you have the ability to shape your thoughts rather than giving away your power. And so consequently, you are in control of your reality in any given moment on any given day. The power within is not a distant force. It's an integral part of your being, just waiting to be harnessed by you. As we consider your mindset and think about it as the canvas upon which the masterpiece of your life is painted, you can start to perceive challenges as opportunities and see yourself as almost like an intricately woven fabric into your own mindset. When you can recognize that you are consciously molding your mindset in every given moment, You literally hold the brush to paint your own story, to paint your own canvas. So, right now, in this moment, I invite you to explore that a little bit. Explore the architecture of your thoughts, because you can uncover ways in which your beliefs can influence your everyday experiences. And the power within is the foundation of creating that more radiant life. So if you've been ignoring it or pushing it away or giving away your power to others, it's time to reclaim your power, reclaim your radiance in that, and start to embrace it more fully. The next thing I want to speak to is fixed versus growth mindset, or the mindset duality, because there are different types of thinking. Mindset isn't a one size fits all concept. There are actually two main perspectives when it comes to the duality of mindset. We've got the fixed mindset and we've got the growth mindset. When you know and understand the distinction between these two, you can gain more insight into how your beliefs about your abilities and your intelligence profoundly impact your journey. And if you are sitting in more of a fixed mindset, there are ways to help you shift your perspective and embrace more of a growth mindset so that you can lead to that more radiant and uplifted transformation. So now we're at a crucial crossroads, right? Because it is a choice. We are confronted by an opportunity to redefine the trajectory of your life based on the beliefs that you hold. So a fixed mindset is very similar to, think of a very rigid fortress. And so abilities and intelligence are seen as static entities that cannot be changed. In this mindset, the belief is that we are born with a certain level of talent and intellect, and that's the end of the story. Changes and setbacks are viewed as threats to one's inherent abilities, and so often people end up leading to more of avoidance because they have a fear of failure. So they just avoid it completely, or they worry that they're going to fail, so they don't try at all. In contrast, the more growth mindset is considered more of a dynamic force where, excuse me while I revisit my notes. Yes, so our growth mindset is in complete contrast to that. A growth mindset is looking at a more dynamic force where we embrace challenges as opportunities for learning and growth. So those with a growth mindset actually understand that our abilities can be developed through dedication, through hard work, through perseverance, through grit. And often people with a growth mindset will see setbacks not as a reflection of their limitations or their persona, but as a stepping stone towards improvement. So it's not being boxed in, it's a chance to expand and grow. So why does this duality matter? Well, your mindset profoundly influences how you approach goals, handle adversity, and view success, both intrinsic and external to yourself. It shapes your response to putting in more effort, to the feedback you receive, and then ultimately your willingness to take on challenges in the future. So the awesome news is that mindsets are actually not fixed and they can be transformed. But how? I guess that's the question that you're asking right now, is how do I shift to more of a growth mindset? And it will begin with self-awareness and a commitment to change, right? It's all about choice. It's all about making a decision right now in this moment. So here are some, I guess, more practical steps to guide you on shifting from a fixed to a more growth mindset. The first is to acknowledge and own your current mindset, right? Take radical responsibility for where you're at right now. You can start by reflecting on your current belief systems about your own intelligence and your abilities, and recognize moments when you might be operating from a more fixed mindset, where you might be avoiding challenges or feeling threatened by the success of others. The next is to embrace the power of yet. When you incorporate the word yet into your vocabulary, you will find a way to open more doors to growth and possibility. So that when you are faced with a challenge, instead of saying, I can't do this, you are saying to yourself, I can't do this yet. You are giving yourself the opportunity to learn and to grow. The next is to celebrate effort, not just results. And this is actually something that me and my husband do with our children. We focus a lot on the journey, not just the destination, and celebrating that and finding joy in that process. When you can cultivate a mindset that values effort and perseverance and the process of learning and having fun in that process, you can acknowledge the work that gets put into the task and find joy in that, irrespective of the immediate outcome. And so it allows for delayed gratification to become more manageable and to come from that more growth mindset perspective. The next is to view challenges as opportunities. It's a simple reframe in your mind. So you're literally training or retraining your mind to see challenges and things that made you feel uncomfortable before as opportunities for growth. So rather than a roadblock, it's an obstacle that you get to move through or over or around in order to find the next level of you and the next lessons and skills and tools that you can use to move on to the next thing. So embrace the mindset that learning is a journey filled with hurdles that will ultimately lead to mastery, because anytime you come up against a moment where you are challenged or struggling, you can find a solution to get closer to the end goal. The next is to learn from criticism. So instead of viewing criticism as a blow to your ego or your abilities, see it as valuable feedback for a chance to improve. And this is where conscious parenting can come in, but that's a whole nother podcast. So we won't talk about that right now. But thinking about going back to rewarding effort instead of outcome or the person, this is the same with criticism. The criticism is not of the person as a human being. The constructive criticism is a stepping stone for development around the skills and the effort being put in, or not even the effort being put in, it's the skills that are being displayed and how they can be enhanced and improved. And so it's a reframe around that process. But that often comes from when you were a child. If you were shamed around certain things as a human being, rather than given constructive feedback, you might struggle with this concept of receiving criticism. And it's something that my husband and I have worked very hard on for ourselves and then also our children. And so when we give each other feedback or criticism, we don't get wounded by it. We take it on, we say thank you, because we take radical responsibility and we know that there's nothing wrong with owning your errors and owning your mistakes and knowing that you can do better next time. And that's something that you can change. You're not born with that. It's a choice, it's a reframe, it's an option to shift your mindset. And then the last is to surround yourself with a growth-minded community. You are literally the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with. So when you engage with individuals who embody a more growth mindset, their positivity, resilience, and approach to challenges can inspire and influence your own mindset. And so that's really powerful. Who do you choose to spend your time with? Who are you surrounding yourself with? And as we navigate the duality of these two mindsets, remember that this journey towards a growth mindset is going to be ongoing. It is a conscious choice to approach life with more curiosity, embrace challenges, and cultivate a belief in your capacity for continuous improvement. But it's going to be a work in progress. And so the mindset duality is a crossroads. At every opportunity, at every given moment, you get to choose the path towards growth or to stay on the path of fixed. And so when you choose to shape towards growth, you are going to keep impacting the radiance aspect of your journey. Hopefully there was something useful there. I want to dive into limiting beliefs now, because our mindset can really be molded by the beliefs or limiting beliefs that we are set with. And this again links back to childhood and from womb to 7, when we lay down a lot of those pathways and rules that were set for us when we were children to keep us safe. But now, as adults, we get to reparent ourselves, rewrite those rules, and literally break chains. Often these limiting beliefs can cloud our radiance and our true ability to shine our brightest. And so you can literally break free of these chains. I wanted to give you some practical strategies now to identify and overcome the beliefs that might be holding you back. It's really a crucial step in towards unleashing your full potential and really embracing your full radiance. The first is to identify and acknowledge. So when you can overcome these limiting beliefs and essentially shine a light on them, you are identifying the thoughts and the beliefs that are whispering doubt and negativity into your brain. And often they are not yours. So I invite you to acknowledge them without judgment. Give them back to the people that they belong to, because they are remnants of old stories that no longer serve you, and you now get to rewrite those stories, okay? So first step is to identify and acknowledge where they come from, that they're there, but they're not yours. So now step 2 is to challenge your beliefs. Now that you have identified them, you get to challenge the validity of these beliefs. Ask yourself if these thoughts or these beliefs are based on actual facts, or are they simply stories created by past experiences or external influences? And you get to begin to question their legitimacy. The next step is to reframe those negative thoughts. So take charge of your narrative by reframing those thoughts. Transform your I can'ts into I can learn, or I'm not good enough into I am evolving and growing, because this shift in language can literally reshape the way you perceive yourself and your own capabilities. The next step is to seek evidence of the contrary. So look for evidence that contradicts the limiting beliefs you're currently carrying. Maybe seeking examples from your own past success, moments of resilience, and instances where you have defied the limitations you once imposed on yourself. This process really reinforces your ability to overcome these challenges. When you embrace a growth mindset, like we explored earlier, you can really understand the abilities that you have can be developed over time through dedication and effort. So that growth mindset really empowers you to challenge or to view challenges, as opportunities for learning and growth. Have you ever explored visualizations and affirmations? These can be really, really powerful. So picture yourself breaking free from the chains of limiting beliefs, like literally breaking free, and affirm your strengths, capabilities, and the radiant future that you are stepping into. The mind can be a really powerful ally when it is directed towards positivity. And then surround yourself with more positivity. So cultivate an environment that uplifts and supports you. Surround yourself with individuals who are going to inspire and encourage your growth. A positive community can really provide valuable insights and encouragement, as well as being a mirror to help you reflect your true potential. And this is exactly what my business community do for us, right? We all do this for one another. There's no tall poppy syndrome. We are all celebrating one another and inviting more positivity into our community. And then finally, continuous self-reflection. When you're seeking to overcome limiting beliefs, it's going to be an ongoing process. So set aside regular self-reflection time, whether this is journaling once a week or once a day, even if you have the time and space to carve out for that. But check in with your thoughts, check in with your belief systems, ensure that they are fully aligned with the reality that you are actually trying to create. And then you can adjust your mindset as needed, little by little. But remember that breaking the chains of limiting beliefs is literally an act of self-love, and it is so empowering. So as you challenge and transcend your beliefs, you can open the door to a brighter, more expansive version of yourself. Embrace this process because it can be uncomfortable, and step boldly into a more radiant light of your limitless potential. The next thing that I want you to think about is radiance in action, because mindset isn't just a concept or a theoretical construct. It's actually a force that shapes your success and your well-being. So, think for yourself of a real life story of someone you know, or even for yourself, that illustrates the profound impact that mindset can have on achieving yours or someone else's financial independence, business success, and or holistic well-being. Because this is where the power of your mindset literally translates into radiant living in action, right? Exploring and expanding into your truest divine radiance. I could tell you a whole number of stories about clients or business partners over the years, but I'll leave that for another time because I want to stay really focused on the practical tips for today. But the last thing that I want to share with you as we conclude this episode is to leave you with some really practical tips and exercises to help you nurture your more radiant mindset. So whether you're navigating an entrepreneurial path, you're seeking financial independence, or embracing the joys of the busyness of life, whether you're a mum or not, these tools are going to really empower you to cultivate a mindset that matters. It really is time to shine your brightest self from within, as cliche and corny as that sounds. You will feel empowered, you will feel more life, you will feel more like you are thriving, not just surviving. So here's 3 very actionable and practical mindset tips that you can implement today that are designed to nurture your radiant mind and guide you towards a mindset that truly matters and a life that you can be proud of to leave as a legacy. The first is cultivating mindful awareness. Radiant living begins with being present in each moment. That's not saying that we can't have happy memories of the past or look forward to things in the future. But when you practice more mindfulness by engaging fully in the activities that you are embarking on with awareness in every moment, this is going to allow you to really be here now, be where your feet are. Whether it's savoring your morning coffee, appreciating the beauty of nature, or actively listening to a conversation without thinking about other things, it is being so present, and it will enhance your ability to shape your thoughts more positively because you have more power or more responsibility for those thoughts. So action step 1 that you can do today, even right now, is to dedicate a few minutes to mindfulness, whether it's deep breathing. Let's do a quick exercise together as you inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You were just focused on your breath. So mindful. And you could just do a few rounds of that to just come back home to yourself for a moment. That is a micro meditation right there. And there are so many other ways that you can practice that through instinctive or intuitive meditation. It doesn't have to be a blocking or clearing of thoughts. And I will save more about meditation for another episode. But right now, think of some other options for mindfulness, including meditation or gratitude journaling. These practices will enhance your self-awareness and help you to navigate life's challenges with a more clear and focused mind. The next is to embrace positive affirmations. Affirmations are really powerful tools that can help to reshape your mind, because when you're repeating a mantra or an affirmation, either in your mind or out loud, it stops you or shifts, reframes your thought process from whatever you were thinking about that was maybe rumination and not serving you, or a negative thought, to something that is positive and useful in your body to help you rewire those neural pathways. So choose an affirmation that resonates with your goals and your aspirations and repeat them regularly to instill positive beliefs about yourself and your capabilities. Affirmations can literally act as a seed that as you nurture it, it will grow into the actual reality that you desire. So again, journal or think of one mantra or affirmation that you can repeat over and over again every morning to integrate into your daily routine, but not just saying it. It has to be with emotion. You have to really feel into what you're talking about as well. And so tune into gratitude and then into your affirmation. And over time, these positive messages will become more ingrained and integrated into your daily life and into your mindset. And finally, pivot from challenges to opportunities. Adopt a mindset that sees your challenges as opportunities for growth rather than viewing obstacles as roadblocks. Think of them as stepping stones to your success. This literally shifts your perspective and empowers you to approach difficulties with resilience and creativity, which is also going to help to foster a mindset that thrives in the face of adversity. So next time you encounter a challenge, this is your action step for this task. Pause for a moment. Reframe your perspective. Ask yourself, how can I grow from this? Or what opportunities does this challenge present? Or what's my lesson here? And have full trust in the greater picture, right? Zoom out, take a macro view. It may be annoying or frustrating or, challenging or hurtful in the moment. But when you embrace the notion that this challenge is a catalyst for your personal and professional evolution, it really does make those challenges easier to confront, and also helps to build you as a person, So as you conclude on these tasks or these action steps for today's episode with me of the Divine Radiance Project, remember that your mindset matters. Remember that it is completely within your power to cultivate a mindset that propels you towards a more radiant life. And when you implement these practical tips, you will watch your mindset become the lighthouse, literally guiding you through the crazy seas of life. Thank you so much for joining me on this exploration of why mindset matters today on the Radiance Project, or the Divine Radiance Project. I'm Stacey Turner, reminding you that your mindset is the compass guiding your journey. So please embrace it, cultivate it, and watch as your radiance unfolds. Until our next conversation, keep illuminating the world with the power of your mindset. Thank you so much for joining me today. And that's a wrap for today's episode. Listen, if you love what you heard here today, I would love for you to leave a super quick rating and a review. This helps the show get discovered by new people that need to hear what we have to share. Be sure to take a screenshot of today's episode and shout us out on Instagram, and we will shout you right back. You can find us on Instagram handles It's Stacey Turner and the.emma.mcdonald. If you'd like to find additional resources or work with either of us, then DM us on one of these handles today.